Yeah, hit the likes and subs. Oh, yeah, they're in full coat mode right now. That's right.
Well. Welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you for being here. God bless you. Hopefully you had a great week. I sure did, dude. So, made some promises. Said I'd make this. Jesus Christ, what's that dog doing? Made some promises. Said I'd do a good stream. I lied, dude. This one's Lackluster. It's dude, running low on content, man. Let's just be honest. But I got a great crowd here tonight nonetheless, dude. So thanks for showing up. I know you expected a lot, and hopefully I can bring something to the table. We got Blood Logos, Joe Moore, and Tropes. So I only had like one thought this past week, which is more than I usually have. And the thought was basically, like, we live in a culture of lies. Just everyone is they're just conditioned to lie. And our government lies to us. We lie to each other. It's through our language. Like, for example, we're at war with Iran. We all know that. It's a war. But what do we call it? It's a military operation. It's just a military operation. What a lie. Just bullshit, man. The doublespeak is crazy. I got some more examples here, dude. We talk about like gender affirming care, which is crazy because it's the word cares in it. Like someone cares about you. It's gender affirming and it's care. But really, what it really means is they're going to sterilize you, potentially cut off your balls, cut off your mammary glands. They're gonna treat you like a frog in a 8th grade science class, and it's called care. They care about you. They care about you. And then what else we got? We got diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's inclusive, but really it's the exact opposite of that. It's exclusive. You exclude people, specifically white people. So it's not really inclusive at all. It's just bullshit. And then like smaller notes, dude, people just, they lie. I mean, I've been trying to think like, is it a lie if you say the wrong word? You know what I mean? Like when people say mustache man instead of Hitler, that's kind of like a lie, dude. Because a mustache man, what does that even mean? What else do people use? They use grape. They use that word instead of the word rape. What else do they lie about, dude? They lie about the language. They lie when they talk to each other. They say things that aren't really the things they mean. And we lie to each other and we just nod our head like, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean by mustache, man. And then they'll say jabs. They'll say jabs. They won't say the word vaccine. So they lie like a jab. What is it? Is it a punch? Are we talking about punching here? Is this a boxing match? No, it's jab, man. We got to lie to each other so we can talk freely. Because we live in a free society where we got freedom of speech. But we're on a platform. It's a private platform. They got terms of service, so we just got to abide by that. So we can say what we want, but we just have to say the wrong words. And then we have to know what each other means. So we got to lie to each other. So they conditioned us to lie, to believe in lies, accept lies. What was another one, dude? It was the cost of living. In other words, inflation. The cost of living is going up. You mean inflation? Oh. So we're just different words. Different words. Another lie. Man, that's a transgender woman. No, we're lying to each other. Again, that's not a transgender woman, that's a man. You're a liar. You're a filthy liar. So I just think like everyone's being conditioned to lie like it's part of the American culture is lying to each other now. Do I got any more examples? Misinformation, disinformation. So like if there's an opposing point of view, who knows if it's right or not? But to dismiss it, they're like, oh, that's misinformation. You know that's misinformation, right? That's disinformation. That's been debunked. You're lying. That's not misinformation. That's just called another point of view. Okay? That's just someone else's perspective on the matter. It's not misinformation. It's not missing anything. Maybe it's right on the target information. Oh, we got some more people rolling in. What's up, Blue Skittles, Soul Red Analytics? Soul Rad. You tell me. We're all fucking delusional is what you tell me says. Got to use the hobo code. Oh, yeah. And here's another lie they've been telling in my great state. Is it okay to call them truths? I think it's fine. Here's another lie. They're making new laws in Utah to restrict camping. That's what they call homelessness. These are just campers. They're campers. I'm like, what? Camping on the sidewalk? Camping in my local park? Are these just lifelong campers? Just call them what they are. Homeless. Drug addicts. Mentally ill. But we don't want to be rude. We don't want to offend anybody. When we write this law that says they can't camp here. They can't live here. So we got to be nice. We got to lie. We're going to call it a camping law. No more camping on the Salt Lake City sidewalks. Just call it camping. They're not homeless. They're just camping. Why are you being such an asshole? Sure, they got a home somewhere? Are you homeless, Provo? Call them homeless bumps. Am I homeless? No, I'm not homeless. Raven Spirits Badass Blades. What a hell of a name that is. I haven't seen a name like that in a long time. Ravens Spirits Badass Blades. What a cool name, dude. Probably looks just like Weird Al Yankovic. Wow. Another original. Can't be. I guess I do, man. I guess I look like a rich Jew. A rich Jew. If I look like Weird Al Yankovic, why would you ask if I was homeless? What else do we got, people? Unhoused campers. They're unhoused campers. So we gotta, I mean, everybody's lying, dude. This guy's lying saying I look like Weird Al Yankovic. Not true. Not true at all. And what else do we got? We got, like in England, they got an illegal immigration problem, right? But they don't call it, they call it a small boats crisis. They got people coming to their country illegally, but guess what? It's just a small boats crisis. They got a crisis of small boats. We got a small boat crisis over here, dude. It's no big deal. Just Africans, Muslims, maybe Chinese people just flooding our shores. It's a small boat crisis, not a big boat crisis. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, dude. We got any more? I made a little list here. Some of them are, I'm like, nah. Like, what is it? Nah, fuck those ones. But anyways, this guy is trying to imitate stand-up comics, LOL. He's imitate. That's funny you think I'm imitating people. Is this chat where the incels hang out? Oh, God. Someone really wants attention, dude. How about let me help you out, dude. Let me help you out. You're banned. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking loser. What a sad sack of shit. What a sad sack of shit. Let's go to his channel and look how fucking retarded this guy is while he comes to my channel. Let's look at this guy. Look at this loser. Look at this fucking loser that was just trying to talk shit. Now he's banned. Get the fuck out of here. Look, dude, I got a Bastinelli Moon Badass EDC Magna Cut blade.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Oh, I know who this faggot is. Oh, shit. Dude, it's, what's his name? He banned me. Provo banned me. Oh, I knew right away, dude. I knew right away. Provo banned me. Provo banned me. Dude, how desperate is he to get in my chat? Dude, be a part of me. He loves me, man. He's obsessed with me. I haven't thought about this guy in so long. I can't even remember his name. He's so irrelevant. What is he called? I only remember my nickname. I just call him the Semen Demon. The Semen Demon came in my chat, dude. Ooh, he banned me. I banned you again. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're not welcome. God, that felt good, dude. This is Weird Al Yankovic. Go. You're out of here, dude. Look at him with his loser fucking knives.
Hello, this is my newest. This one came in
This is my newest knife.
See that wolf?
You see, this guy's mentally ill. I've been trying to stay away from people like this, but they just, they like attention. You see that wolf? What a fucking loser. That's a shitty engraving. That looks like a cheap gas station knife. That wood looks fake. You're a cheap ass fucking bum. Go buy a real knife. Idiot. Get the fuck out of here. I knew right away, dude. I knew right away it was some mentally ill loser coming in, kicking up dust into my lovely atmosphere I have here. Get out of here, dude. What's up? Well, I saw a lot at the boy here. Check out these blades. Look at my blades, dude. At least he's moved on from dolls. He's moved on from dolls. I know he likes playing with children's toys. Now he's playing with children's knives. Ugh. Raven Spirit's Badass Blades is a knife review channel. I review knives. I look at the knives. I hold the knives. I show people the knives. Fucking psycho. What a psychopath, dude. You gotta stay away from people like that. He banned me. Provo banned me. God, dude. Where's London Man, dude? I wish London Man was here so I could play that clip of him. London Man, dude. Where's that? Hollow Earth, maybe. I don't know how to find his channel, dude. Search London Man, 1 million people come up, dude. Where's the dang old London Man, dude? He banned me. I could probably find him by doing. I know this is boring now. Should have kept the mentally ill person in chat for the content. No, sorry about that. Provo banned me. Provo banned me. Banned again. How do we find this, dude? I wonder if he even has the video up. KJV. Provo banned me. Where are we at, dude? Sorry, folks. Dead content right now. Here we go. Maybe this'll be it. We got this guy that came into my chat, dude. He's so sad and pathetic. Other people have noticed it too. Other people have noticed how sad and pathetic this guy is, and they've made some videos about him. Here's a classic.
All right, so apparently I'm the topic of discussion over there by London McDouchebag. They like to talk about me a lot over there. Very strange, isn't it? But are you Dutch? Right? Are you Dutch? I don't know what it is with the Dutchies, but they tend to try to get bossy on my channel. That's what I don't like. I don't like that. But are you Dutch?
Dude doesn't even know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know. He's just saying words.
But are you Dutch? I don't know what it is with the Dutchies, but they tend to try to get bossy on my channel. That's what I don't like. I don't like that. But are you Dutch? Pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side. But are you Dutch? Oh, no, you gotta pass the Dutch.
Oof. His face is so... It's just unpleasant to look at. I can't find... He doesn't have the video of the one with me in it. He doesn't have the one with me in it, dude. That's too bad. Provo banned me. Oh, well, dude. London will link it to me later, I'm sure. Then I can play it every time that little rat tries to sneak into my stream again. That little rat. I do have, this guy threw me off, dude. I was on a great monologue. Talking about liars. Our country of liars. That's basically the only thoughts I have about the week. I do have, like, dumb reaction content. In some sense, it's just local news. I got local news about Utah. And some of it, I think I tried watching a bit of it. I'm like, oh, dude, this shit puts me to sleep. Local news puts me to sleep. Why do I even want to review this trash? But it's not trash. It's important, dude. It's important to understand how Utah's being taken over. And kind of, I think it shows you the scale at which AI is going to... Fucking dog. That AI is going to take over. If you don't know what's happening in Utah right now, dude, I got a little news article for you. Is there anything else I want to monologue about first, dude? I was talking about homelessness, campers. Shit, dude, I should just talk to chat. Provo banned me. I don't know where I want to take the show, dude. I don't feel like streaming for a long time. I just got to get this out of my system. I'm really just bored. Get some free time on a Sunday. And I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go live. I'm going to talk to the internet. Invent my frustrations of the world at them, dude. Let them know how I feel about my fallen state. I'm going to repeat myself once again. What am I going to talk to them about? I went to Chili's. I always go to Chili's. But nothing interesting happened in my life this past week. That's the truth, dude. Nothing exciting, nothing cool, nothing out of the ordinary. And that's just, when nothing happens in your life, I kind of rely on observational things. Like if I see something, if I observe something, I like to talk about it. But I haven't seen anything. And so all I got is local news, man. Just local news, dude. And this is about the homeless situation in Utah, which, we call them campers here.
A proposed centralized homeless campus would reshape how our state responds to homelessness, and it comes with a major taxpayer price.
Yeah, KSL investigator Courtney Johns joins us now with an exclusive story, raising questions about how that plan is moving forward. Courtney?
Yeah, for months we've been asking the state for a master plan indicating why they believe that this is the place to have a shelter be built. Salt Lake's west side, which is miles away from any services that are available right now.
Their idea is let's find a lot of land miles and miles away from anybody and let's build a little homeless place there for them. Let's take them away from Salt Lake City. That's basically their plan. It's super simple.
As well as any available transit that would connect people to services. Now they
no transit, no services.
Denied our request, saying that no master plan ever existed, but we now have records showing that there was one in the works.
In an October 2024 email obtained by KSL Investigates, the director of the Utah Office of Homeless Services told her team they would present a master plan for the homeless campus at a board meeting in January of 2025. It would include schematics, cost estimates, and how to define success.
Oh, nice.
But audio from that January meeting has no record of that presentation during open session. Part of the meeting was closed.
I make the motion that the Utah Homeless Services Board enter a closed meeting.
No one on the board responded to our request for an interview. A media representative told us
nice aerial view of where the homeless will be living.
They never had a plan because it took longer to find land, but couldn't explain why almost a year after identifying a location, there still is no master plan. Bill Tibbetts, who has been serving vulnerable Utahns for over 2 decades at Crossroads Urban Center, says he's seen little.
God, look at this beautiful work of God. God makes some of the most beautiful people ever.
Transparency regarding this major move in policy.
I think taxpayers have a right to know.
If you were wondering who would work at a food shelter, that guy, that's who you would think. Because people say, this guy's illegal over here. I'll tell you that much. He ain't a real Utah. This guy needs to be next to the food. He's like, what job? Where do you want to be? Next to all the food. That was his answer.
Seen little transparency regarding this major move in policy.
I think taxpayers have a right to know how much, if this idea really was half-baked, how much state resources went in to getting ready for it.
In other words, Utah is just like California now. A bunch of fucking liberals here cooking up some cockeyed plans, do some bullshit about homelessness. And where's the money going? We don't even know, dude. We have no clue what the hell's going on here, dude. Utah's a hellhole.
So at last check, the state thought that this could cost around $75 million.
Oh, $75 million for homeless people. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. $75 million. Holy shit. God, that's so nuts, dude. $75 million tax-paying dollars for homeless people. Way too much money. Way too much money. They're not even from Utah. Can we just ship them out of here, dude? Holy shit. We need a new Australia.
for construction, but an independent report suggests from Social Impact Insights that it could be closer to $165 million. We will continue.
$165 million bajillion dollars, dude. Oh my gosh, they just piss away our tax-paying dollars, dude. They just piss it away to help homeless people. Fuck. Build them a campus in the middle of fucking nowhere. They ain't really doing shit. But it's important we take care of these people, man. It's important we take care of them because they're fucking up our great state, dude. You don't believe me? Look at this news story.
And a man has been charged for setting off fires in a Big Cottonwood Canyon. Police say 35-year-old Garrett Boyd intentionally started fires in the canyon back on April 14th. The Department of Public Safety found Boyd and told him to stop moving. They say he ignored these commands and continued to climb up the mountain. Officers stopped Boyd, took him into custody, but Boyd told police that night before that he was smoking meth and that he was advised by his ancestors and spirits to go to the Big Cottonwood Canyon and burn there.
The people don't even, like, demons are real, dude. Listen to these demons in this guy's head. They come dressed as his ancestors and spirits and, like, go start a fire on the mountain. Demons, dude, they're crazy. Doing nasty work out here, dude. Get in the minds of these meth heads. Go start a fire. I'm your great-great-great-great-grandfather. It'll work out. Just go start a fire on the mountain.
He also said that he started 3 fires with no intention to extinguish them, saying he was going to let them burn out.
It's your local news, our local meth heads starting fires on mountains. But don't worry, we're going to spend $160 million to put them in a nice homeless camp. Big price tag. Big price tag. There's something else going on in Utah. It's a little more nuanced. Okay, it's kind of a big deal. This kind of ties into, I mean, they're just spending so much they're spending so much money. The largest, if you're not sitting down, sit down now, folks. I'm going to tell you right now, you probably want to sit down for this. The largest hyperscale data center in the world is being proposed to be built in Box Elder County, Utah. It's approximately 40,000 acres, 62 square miles, backed by a Canadian millionaire, Kevin O'Leary. I think he's from Shark Tank. Fast-tracked by Utah's Military Installation Development Authority. Okay, so the military is building this fucking data center by a Canadian, the largest in the world. And it was backed by Governor Spencer Cox with the public locked out of the decision process. We don't even get a pick. We don't get to decide if refugees move here. You know, we don't get to decide if they build data centers or not. The military just does it. And I guess we'll have higher CO2 emissions, polluted water, and 24/7 light and noise pollution. And that's approximately how large of the area it is. Can't really tell, but that seems like a large area. I got more on this though, dude. This is kind of a big deal, I think, in local news. Here's just some quick facts about it. 100% privately funded, no bonds, no taxes, using water shares from the existing land, creating its own electricity, no government entangled, paying the same tax rates as everyone else. Then sure. Oh, he says if the data center is. I didn't read that correctly. Sorry. Misinformation, dude. I lied to you. Let's just go to this, dude. This will explain it a lot better. This is the local news story about it, dudes. Buckle up. What's this for?
We are hearing for the first time from the CEO of a company that wants to put a city-sized data center and a power plant in Box Elder County. News specialist Mike Anderson spoke with him about the efforts that they say they are making right now to protect the environment as much as possible.
We've heard from science.
It's funny they say, like, protect the environment. You know, I don't know what that means. Look at the environment. It's a fucking wasteland. What lives there? What environment would you protect? The dirt, the tumbleweeds? I don't I don't see any environment that needs protecting, to be honest, but maybe there is.
Well, we've heard from scientists this week concerned about all kinds of issues like water use, pollution, and heat, and commissioners will face a tough decision here come Monday. But the folks at O'Leary Digital say they want to work with the community and the environment. The developers behind the massive Stratos project.
Look at that shithole. I mean, Utah is beautiful in many places, but there it is not.
Say they want to be a benefit to the area.
Kevin O'Leary was an environmental studies major, our chairman.
We got an icon in the chat dropping some knowledge. So depressing. I would never move back to Utah. That place is such a depressing state. Well, in Salt Lake it is. If you go to Salt Lake, it's very depressing. But what's the icon say over here? The box elder tree, Acer Negundo, symbolizes transformation, spiritual connection, and indigenous lore, acts as a messenger of change. Wow. They didn't pick it by accident. That's what you're telling me. Probably you need to start in with some fancy suits. Be kind of sick, just saying. Thanks for the unsolicited advice, dude.
As a core value of our organization is to do everything in the most clean and sustainable way possible.
Paul Palangian says with the power plant, they're aiming for 1/20th the emissions of similar plants that use gas, seeking a solution to produce power without using any water. He says the data center will use a very small amount of water in its closed-loop system, different from the older data centers.
This misnomer that data centers are dirty is just simply not true.
It's just not
it's
true.
A myth because the big tech companies have very high standards for everything from air quality, noise emissions and quality, and so forth.
The Box Elder County Commission would retain a seat at the planning table, and the county will receive energy tax revenues.
There's another myth that these are just big, ugly, monolithic eyesores. One of our core values is to create something that's aesthetically pleasing, uses clean and sustainable materials.
Still, for some people, anything spanning 40,000 acres out here is going to be a problem.
But what you need to understand...
I mean, who has a problem with that? They look at that land. 40,000, go ahead, build whatever you want there, dude. I don't think it fucking matters.
And we're also already master planning it.
Oh, we got Hollywood Ben. Welcome back, Hollywood Ben. It's been a while. Ben Thorpe, a.k.a. Abel.
To preserve.
They aren't like those other data centers. They aren't.
Hunting sanctuaries. We've got lease-back agreements with ranchers for continued grazing operations.
And that commission meeting will be here Monday at 4 at the...
And you're like, oh, no big deal, dude. What's one data center in Utah? There's a bunch of data centers in Utah. Let me enlighten you. Data center, Utah. I think it was Facebook just built one. So in other words, the CIA. This was 4 years ago.
Happening today, Facebook's new data center in Eagle Mountain is live and serving traffic.
This means the center is helping to bring apps and services to people all over the world. Fox 13's Lexi Johnson joins us live with the details.
They're tracking everyone all over the world in Utah.
Hello, Lexi.
Hey, good morning, Dan and Carrie. So Facebook's Eagle Mountain Data Center broke ground in 2018, and today it is officially open. So it is one of only 17 Facebook data centers in the world. It's now live and serving traffic, which means when you're sharing photos and videos or sending messages, it can now be stored in the Eagle Mountain Center. Facebook says Utah is such a great place to do business because of the infrastructure, the talented pool of skilled workers, and the community.
Facebook is really committed to the long-term vitality of Eagle Mountain City, all of Utah County. So this represents to us more than $1 billion investment in Utah. It represents to us not just a place to work, but a place to live.
So anyways, they built that one there. They got another data center. I mean, the amount of data centers in Utah is nauseating. Maybe we could get an accurate count here. The Hinckley report does generate. We got the NSA data center in Utah, if you didn't know that.
In a field in Utah, about a half hour south of Salt Lake City, a massive construction project is wrapping up. When it is completed in a few months, it will be the world's largest repository of digital information.
This was the world's largest.
The U.S. National Security Agency.
The NSA. All your guys' Fed posts stored in Utah at our NSA data center. Now we got Facebook data center. Now we're going to have this new Kevin O'Leary, largest data center in the world in Utah. Utah is the data hub of the world. That's how you know Utah's been taken over, right? We got all the world's data here. Dude, everyone. We got yours, China's, Russia's data. We got all the data, dude. What's up, slow boy, wild board? That CGI showed White's inaccurate. Monolithic, that would always reminds me of Barbara Lerner Spectre. That reference goes right over my head. Bro, I've met a wonderful Mormon guy named Alec. Catches a lot of heat on channels I go to. I've never heard of him. Alec. Has he debated Jim Bob? He should debate Jim Bob. Jim Bob's always looking for a good Mormon. I need your help lubing Jim up to engage with Alec. All Alec has to do is go. Jim Bob has open debates. He's just got to go to the Twitter. Jim Bob had a Mormon debate the other day. What's up, Abe Dinkus? Hopefully you're doing well, brother. Good to see ya. He's a credit to all Mormons everywhere. I'm sure he is, dude. Mormons are great people for the most part. Massive constructions to store the invisible. Isn't that right? Has there been a data center attack yet? Not that I'm aware of. Got to build the infrastructure to track and store everything everyone has ever done or said. Yeah, you got to. And if you guys didn't know, yes, the NSA data center
NSA.
is in
James
Utah.
Bamford has been writing about the NSA for more than 30 years.
All the information will be stored there, and then people at NSA headquarters or at their different listening posts around the world will be able to dip into it.
It's called the Utah
They could just dip into your data when they need it.
Data Center, sprawling more than 450,000 square meters with its own power plant, water pumping station to cool the servers, and intense security. It's a key part of the NSA strategy. Gather as much information as possible from as many sources as possible and use it to stop terrorist attacks and create strategic advantages over rival countries.
That's
what
right.
this is really about is the ability to take a lot of data and learn things that you otherwise can't. And to do that, you need to throw mountains of information at very powerful computers.
Where the data is coming from is what concerns privacy advocates. So if I make a phone call, send a text message, do a Google search on my phone, that's information that could end up at this data center in Utah?
Oh, definitely, any kind of communication.
The NSA declined to provide.
Ben says, Alec is gay, formerly gay, so Jim might think he'd be easy prey. He probably is. He's gay. Again, well, he wasn't really, did he act on the gay? What's up, Lalo? Jeremy should call in. He seems scared. Jeremy's never scared, dude.
An on-camera interview, but in a statement says, many unfounded allegations have been made about the planned activities of the data center. One of the biggest misconceptions about NSA is that we are unlawfully listening in on or reading emails of U.S. citizens. This is simply not the case.
Fucking liars. We know that's not true, dude. They're listening to everything. Of course they are, dude. How many data centers are in Utah? Let's just do a quick. How many data centers are in Utah? 48. We have 48 data centers. Can you believe that? Holy shit. I didn't even know it was that many. 48 data centers. Wow. Let's just look at the map real quick. Let's get a quick map check here. He was married to a guy. Oh. So he wasn't Mormon. This guy's not a Mormon, Ben. Mormons don't marry men. He's a fake Mormon. Look at all these data. There's 27 over here. Doesn't make sense. 27 data centers in Salt Lake. Provo. One down there. There should be one over here, the NSA one. That seems off. Two in Ogden. One in St. George. 43. Wish I could expand. Expand. Map. Explore map. Wow, look at all these data centers, dude. Oh, here's a better one. Wow, dude, look at these data centers. Aligned Salt Lake City campus. Oracle, Nova, Cirrus, Fiber State. What the hell is that? Data bank. So many data centers. I think the NSA one should be right here, dude. It's not even showing it. Not even showing it on the map. Here's fucking Facebook. FiberNet. Unami. Damn. Data centers, dude. Data. He's a revert, fell away and returned. I think he actually lives in Provo. Well, tell him to stay away from me, dude. Does he have a YouTube channel, Ben? Does he make content? Is he a content guy? So that's my data center segment. Lots of data centers in Utah. I think that's all the content I actually have, dude. Unfortunately. That'll do it, man. Which isn't too bad. 40 minutes worth of content. I do have like one more video on immigration, but I don't really feel like doing immigration right now. Yeah, I don't know. Just chat with you guys for a minute. Might be a Jeremy Simps, Snowfire says. Wow. I didn't know that. Ben, I need two things from you. I need you to slime out Damius and drive to L.A. Lalo, you know what you are, Lalo? For the Thorpes, dude. I'll show you. Lalo, if you want to know your spirit animal, Lalo, I don't know what they're called, dude. I think I do know what they're called. I found I hate the AI videos.
Nobody wants to.
Hey, Layla, this is your spirit animal right here, brother. Imagine for a moment, Layla, you're a fish, and that man in the video right here is Ben Thorpe or Grace Thorpe.
Be friends with the remora fish.
The remora. Your spirit animal, Laylo, is a remora.
This strange fish doesn't swim around searching for food or a home. Instead, it uses a special suction disc on top of its head to attach itself to sharks, turtles, and even whales. By sticking to larger animals, the remora gets free transport, leftover food, and protection from predators. It looks like pure laziness, but it's actually smart survival.
That's how you're surviving on the internet, Laylo. Attaching yourself to the Thorpes, dude. I mean, it's a bold move. It's noble to be a remora. If that's the correct name. That's you, Laylo. Remora. Could also be a leech, or is that what they're called? Leeches. A tick.
The remora fish, also known as...
So loud, dude. So loud. I did have a news article for, I think I lost it. Dang it. There's another local news article from ABC4 News. Maybe I could find it for you real quick. Now, Laylo, imagine for me for a moment, Ben Thorpe is, let's see if I can find it before I say anything. Come on, dude. Come on. Can't lose the momentum.
In Mount.
Okay, Layla, imagine now you're not a remora anymore. You're a tick. And Ben Thorpe is the moose.
West News tonight, Utah moose are being, get this, sucked to death by ticks. And wildlife managers are trying to do something about the disgusting problem. The Utah Department of Natural Resources says during warm winters like our last one, ticks aren't killed off in the cold. In turn, they have more time to suck blood out of the moose. DNR says the youngest are often the most vulnerable.
It's very irritating and it messes with their thermoregulation, so it costs them a lot more energy, and that can lead to increased mortality of especially the calves that were born.
So be careful, Ben Thorpe. This increased mortality. What's up, Arctic Timberwolf? London man. London man, we needed you earlier. Where were you earlier, London man? I needed you. There's no sound on this?
Last May.
Sound for me. We needed you earlier, London man. There was an invasion. There was an invasion earlier from, what's his name? The Seaman Demon tried to come on my show, but I banned him. Banned him. Got him out of here real quick. Got it. Made short work of him. Quick work. He banned me. You can't hear me? I'm not watching because it won't let me rewind. Won't let me rewind. I can't rewind it, dude. I can't rewind. He banned me. I'm sorry you can't rewind, dude. You can rewind later if you really want. It's not a big deal either way. Not a big deal, man. Obviously, the Thorpes are here. They got me. Someone put out this stream in a Discord because I never have this many people watching me. So somebody shared the link, dude. There's an invasion force. Invasions. You know, let's just, sometimes I learn something from black cultures. Here's a black culture giving us some insight into white man's clothing.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
This is produced by chemicals.
It is. It's very true.
You are putting chemicals in your body. When you say it, you don't care what will happen. You are saying, I'm wearing a good shirt.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That you are practicing witchcraft on your body yourself with your mind. So people don't think about that.
Yeah, that's right. How does that guy in Africa know there's chemicals in the shirt? How is he so smart? I thought that was a strange video, man. I don't know how he knows that. Oh, I was looking for this, dude. Is this the one where he says Provo banned me? Oh, I played that one. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't play this one. 1 second, dude. I wanted to play this for him, dude, while he was still watching.
Hello, everyone here.
Is this it?
Here today. Hello. Good to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to El Diablo Radio International. The greatest show in hell. Nobody does it better. Nobody. I hope they spend all their money trying to ban me everywhere. Ban me everywhere, you fucking piss ants. Ban me everywhere.
So you wish to be banned and blocked everywhere. Your wish is my command. Ha 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 ha. Lay low.
Nachaquifa's not very bright.
Let's see. I think he's right.
Yes, I do.
Because he's a fucking coward.
Triggered. Ha.
He's a coward. He's a troll. He has me banned.
Butler's playing handball. A one-man wrecking crew.
He has me banned.
Send in the blockers.
Opportunity to an Indian. You know what I mean?
Look at this little bitch boy typing away like a sissy. Doesn't realize we got the drop on him. Send in the blockers.
Or it could be a white liberal.
Type.
Who's hiring the company, right? They're going to hire this.
Still typing.
Person who's been excluded.
Type away, my son.
This disenfranchised person over maybe a white person.
Watch him spam the chat and go crazy now.
Yeah, you got to stick together, dude. You got to find an in group. That's the whole problem with all these people.
Send in the blockers.
Liberals get it. Liberals hire liberals. Conservatives hire You can't like just make an economy, make a country that doesn't have in-group preference. That shit doesn't exist. Never existed.
Looks like he banned me.
Got him!
Send in the blockers.
Fucking loser Provo banned me.
He was sending a message. I'm not sure to whom.
Inbounds to Ariza with 4. Drives with 3. To the hoop! Going for the dunk! And it was blocked by Biombo! And this one belongs to the visitors. Oh my!
Good job, Provo kid. You had that fool typing away. Didn't even realize we had the drop on him. He was blocked. Get that kid up out of there.
Okay, I don't do the hypocrisy.
Thank you for that, London man. He's probably still watching, hating, seething, which he tends to do. Had the drop on him for sure, dude. We're 10 minutes away from, I think, the end of the show. Appreciate everybody for watching. It's been fun. It's been real. Ben Thorpe said, some streamers see having an audience as a positive thing. I mean, I guess so. You know what I mean? Having an audience. What's up, Daniel Romano? Good to see you, buddy. You know, some people like having an audience. I think it's cool, but I don't really give a shit, dude. I mean, do I care if I have an audience? I think maybe I care if there's like 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. But like once 37, 45, that's not really my audience. You know what I mean? Those aren't people who really want to watch my show. Those are people who are like kind of, no offense, Ben, those people are here to watch you engage with me, right? So if I drop the link for you, your audience watches me, not mine. Your audience would come into the chat. And that's not my audience. They don't give a fuck about me or the content I make. I think it's nice, I guess maybe on an ego level when you see the viewers go up, but I've accepted that I'm Boit. I'll never have a large amount of people watching me. You know, donations aren't my thing. I just don't have the drive to be, I don't know, successful on YouTube. I just do it for fun. I do this shit for fun, dude. So it's fun for me if 10 people are watching. It's fun for me if 30 are watching or 40. It really doesn't matter. I can't imagine. I don't know. People. It's funny because streaming's coming in. YouTube's being replaced. I think in a large part. There's YouTubers, right? YouTubers make videos. There's streamers, and then there was podcasters. For a while, it was like podcasters were dominating the scene, and then YouTubers, the people who make videos, dominated for the longest time on YouTube. And now I think it's beneficial to be a streamer. Like if you want to be successful on YouTube, probably should be a streamer. And when I think about streaming, I think like desktop streaming and gamer streaming is kind of like dying. I think desktop streaming's dying a little bit. Obviously, there's always going to be people who are successful at it, who do it well, and they're going to succeed. But for the most part, I think people are interested in IRL streamers, people who go out and about and stream their life. And that's a young man's game, dude. I'm not going to go out in the world and stream my life and what I'm doing, dude. I don't, I'm not about that. But I think it's good to be a streamer if you're going to do YouTube. Probably, I think you could be successful making videos, but more successful streaming, even more successful being an IRL streamer. And the reality is, dude, I was thinking about this, dude. Why am I so fucking boring? It's pretty simple. And maybe I've already talked about this, dude. When I was younger, before I had children, dude, I'd think about the world. I'd have thoughts. I'd read books that were for adults, and I'd get thoughts from the books, philosophical thoughts. I'd have thoughts, and I'd think things. And now that I have a litter of children, every day my thoughts are occupied by my family, right? I don't really have time to sit and think about the Iran war. I don't really have time to sit and think about what's Donald Trump doing today? I don't really have time to sit and think about fucking anything of substance, right? Most of my life is occupied by what's going on in my day-to-day things. The reason you talk about illegal immigration. Yeah, because I see that shit. I see the illegal immigrants at the school I go to drop my kid off. I'm like, oh, I'm standing there, and there's 4 Hispanic women who don't speak English. And when I say Mexican, they're Mexican. And I know they're Mexican. They don't have a drop of European in them because they're short, squatty, and they got the mesecito look in them. Like, you look at them like, those are real Mexicans. They're not like Layla. Layla's not a Mexican. Dude's European. You know what I mean? Dude's European cosplaying as a Mexican. He's a Spaniard. He's probably got a little bit of indigenous blood in him, but not a lot. Layla's a fake Mexican. So like, the reality is I realized this, like, as I've gotten older, like, why am I less interesting? Why am I not hitting some of these notes of creativity or thoughts that I probably think I should be hitting? The reality is, dude, my day to day is like, oh, I'm making mac and cheese. I'm cleaning up blocks. Yesterday I read 16 children's books in like an hour and a half. And that shit's really not interesting to talk about. Like, to come online and be like, yo, I read, The Cat in the Hat Comes Back, the Ear Book, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, this shit and that, whatever. So, my life's just not interesting. And streaming and talking about the world and the things of it and in it is really like a young man's game. There's people who do it when they get older, and that's their job, right? And so they spend most of the day looking into these things, but I don't do that. I don't have time to look into the Gruffalo does slap. Yeah, it really does. Good to see you, Chalk Body. #33. And so because of that, dude, I'm boring now. I know my streams suck too, because I stream and like, what am I going to talk about? Am I going to just react to Twitter videos? I can talk about local news because that interests me a little bit. But on my day-to-day grind, if I go out to eat and it's fancy, I'm going to Chili's. I'm going to the Italian Denny's. I'm going to Olive Garden. You know what I mean? I'm not going anywhere crazy. And that's like a nice night out. Going to Chili's. Getting the triple dipper. You know what I mean? Getting the skillet queso, which was cold the last time I went. And that kind of bothered me. But I didn't want to complain about it because what the fuck are they going to do? Just put it back in the microwave? That's my life, dude. And so I'm not what I used to be. And those things honestly don't interest me as much as they used to anymore. And politics, politics suck now. I think they always have sucked, but there was a point when I was hopeful. I thought, maybe Donald Trump, man, maybe Donald Trump's actually a good guy, dude. He might do something. I realize he's the same as every other fucking president. Damn it, dude. Damn it, that shit pissed me off, dude. Fucking inflation, gas prices, like, I just don't even want to think about it anymore, dude. So that's why, people are like, well, like, you should take Ben Thorpe's like, you should take streaming seriously. It's like, I don't have the time or the desire to come online, and I don't have an intellectual skill set like some people do. Like Made by Jim Bob, you could say intellectual skill set in regards to debating evolution. I don't have a skill set to debate the direction of the wind. You know what I mean? I'd probably lose a debate on which way the wind is blowing. I just, what am I going to educate an audience on? Nothing. I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none. And that's just the reality of it, dude. So, like, to take streaming seriously for me would be like a big waste, a big fucking time suck. I just come on here because it's like therapy for me, just talking out loud. and venting about my cold chili skillet queso, dude. That's like my biggest gripe right now. And letting people know there are illegal immigrants in Utah, and we have way too many data centers. And that's just, it is what it is. The local news around here is freaking wild. Well, Arctic Timberwolf, I'd like to see those news articles. Taking care of kids is cooler than streaming. Yeah, for the most part, I'd say so. For the most part, dude. I was talking to some parents about the struggles of public school they experience, and they were telling me how their child was bullied. And I was shocked to hear this, but not too surprised. Their child was in, I think it was like 6th grade or 5th grade, and everybody has a Chromebook. And so somebody created a Google Drive quiz or survey. It might have been a survey where they just said the meanest things about everybody in their class. And, this friend of mine, their child was in the survey in a not so kind way. And, they just have to, the school had to like find out who did it. They shut it down. But just the reality of bullying is crazy, where the school gives you a laptop and you get bullied on it by your classmates. It's fucking nuts. I heard another parent, the same parent was telling me too also that their kids were able to get TikTok on their Chromebook. So they were just scrolling through TikToks. They found a TikTok clone that worked on their Chromebook. It's amazing. These kids are geniuses. But bullying is it's a whole new level. When I was bullied, if I was bullied, I got like pantsed. I've shared that story. That embarrassed me. If I was bullied, it was kind of like face-to-face stuff. Like they'd say, you're a fucking loser or whatever. I'd be like, no, you are. And then I'd go home after school and it wouldn't be a big deal. Now kids got to be bullied all the time. And people, I used to say like, we need to bring bullying back, but like bullying is present and it's almost worse than ever in some ways. And it's not good bullying. There's no quality to the bullying that's taking place. It's the behind the keyboard bullying. The face-to-face stuff, I think, was probably, if it could be considered healthier than the online things. Provo, the local news is a horse was spotted galloping down the road pulling a buggy. Well, I mean, I wouldn't complain if that was my local news. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. Above the trees, good to see you as well, man. Sam, good to see you. What is the psychology of the bully? I'm sorry for my past behavior, Lord. Yeah. What is the psychology of the bully? I think the bully, for the most part, is somebody essentially who's suffering, right? And they don't feel good. And bullies don't like when other people feel better than them. So they want to drag those people down. I think, in essence, that's what a bully is. It's somebody who's suffering, who doesn't feel good, and is jealous or envious of someone else's emotional state, and they want to drag them down. A bully is a drowning person, and so they're drowning in their suffering, and they're jealous other people are maybe even like staying afloat on the water, and they're treading water, they're breathing, they're doing all right. But a bully is drowning, and they're suffering, and they're upset that somebody is above them, and they want to pull them down and drown them too. I think that's the psychology of a bully, for the most part. And there's other kinds of bullies. I think primarily for children and younger people, adolescents, bullying is probably the result of a home without love. Parents who are potentially absent or malevolent or not benevolent, I'll tell you that. And so they don't feel like they have love. And so then they attack other people. That would be my assessment on bullies. And I feel like I've bullied before. And that's, I could say I wasn't in a positive disposition. I've been rude before. The Lord knows that. Lord have mercy on my soul. But everyone suffers at some point, or is suffering. Life is a constant state of suffering in a lot of ways. Always suffering. Nailed it, Provo. Dangle Provo Jung over here. Thank you. What's up, Kieran Markin? God bless you. But, yeah, man, I was bullied when I was younger in elementary school. I was bullied about my glasses, 4 eyes, I'll break your glasses. I was bullied. I looked like Harry Potter. People thought I looked like Harry Potter. I remember being bullied about my socks one time. Somebody's like, I wore long white tube socks with shorts. I didn't really know about fashion till I changed schools in 5th grade. And I really just didn't know like fashion mattered, dude. I just wore clothes. Like a kid, you just put clothes on. Did I miss open panel? No, I never did a panel. But I just wore clothes, dude. Whatever my parents got me. And then in 5th grade, somebody's like, you're short. Some jock was like, your shorts are all wrong and you're wearing long white tube socks. Those aren't cool, dude. You need to wear ankle socks. Ankle socks are where it's at. So I made my mom go buy me ankle socks that day. I'm like, I can't wear these socks, Mom. They're not cool. I was so embarrassed. But yeah, I was bullied a little bit. I didn't quite fit in when I was younger. I think it was my autism. I was reflecting on my past drinking habits too. I was like, dude, when I drink, my autism. Some people like they get their skin flares up. They become red in the face. When I drink, my autism flares up, dude. My autistic tendencies. Like, oh man, fuck. If you don't think I have autism, dude, just give me a few beers. Autism flares. Over the kneecaps. I feel like they didn't even have ankle socks in the 80s and 90s unless they had a colorful puffball on the back of the ankle. Yeah, ankle socks were all the rage when it would have been 2002. Might have been in 5th grade. Or 2003. I don't know when that was. But when was it would have been 2002, 2003. I remember listening to I got bullied for listening to rap music. And now looking back, I'm glad those kids were right, dude. I shouldn't have been listening to 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. That was Jewish propaganda on my young, soft mind, trying to damage me. Rap music. Provo beer stream, for real. I've had a few of those. We're at an hour and 8 minutes. Is there anything else I want to get off my chest, dude? This therapy session real quick. I did see a movie recently. I went to a movie, Project Hail Mary. I don't know. Dude, best movie I've seen in a long time. Best movie I've seen in a long time. But the thing about it, though, like, it's weird. Like, dude, I just can't go to movies without seeing DEI. And it's based off a book, so I got to read the book to see how true it is. But person in charge of the mission, woman, obviously, power role. The original, the spoiler alert. So if you're gonna go see the movie, just know I'm gonna say some things. The astronauts that were supposed to go in space were a black man, Asian man, and a Russian woman. Okay, so no white men. Then the white man gets on it. Then the big scientific discovery that helps this scientist crack some code was made by a black guy. He had the idea. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And there was this commercial I was going to show you. Maybe I can watch it on YouTube. A commercial. Can you believe that? Kendall Jenner commercial makeup with an Indian guy. New. How about 2026? But, they just can't get L'Oreal Paris cosmetic commercial. That's it. Okay, I think this is the commercial. And I thought this is an interesting commercial. You might not think so. You say, why are you showing me a commercial, Provo? You'll see soon. Maybe you guys, my audience, watch this and you tell me what you think I'm going to say.
Have an appointment with Miranda?
Ew. HR certainly has an odd sense of humor.
What?
You're late. Make yourself presentable. Let's go. The last 2 girls were sacked after only a few weeks.
Wait, I think you're confused.
It's hurting me to look at you. Just here, take this.
You know I'm the brand ambassador for L'Oreal Paris, right?
That means you're...
Kendall! Oh. You are so...
Worth it?
Fired.
That's fair.
Okay, so what did you guys notice in that commercial? Let's just break it down real quick. We got this guy. He gets fired. Right. We had Kendall Jenner and girl boss who fires him. Minority girl boss. What do you guys notice? The book had DI flavor to it as well, but thankfully the writing was great and made it not bad at all. Yeah, the movie was fantastic. I thought the movie was great. The DEI stuff didn't bother me too much, but it's just like, another woman in a power role. Another woman in a power role. Gotta have more of those. What's up, Godheart Guardian? Well, if you guys didn't see, I'll just tell you what's happening in this commercial. Okay? Just tell you what's happening. 1, girl boss. 2, this is a typical men are dumb commercial. Men are dumb. This guy's an idiot. Men are so stupid. He doesn't even know who Kendall Jenner is. He doesn't know what's going on. Okay? The weird thing is about this commercial, and this lets you know, like the war on masculinity is even hitting the gays. It's even hitting the gays. And the diverse gays. He's a diverse gay. But he still maintains the presentation of being a man. And so this is about minimizing men, portraying them as stupid. Doesn't matter if they're gay. If it's a man, he's dumb, okay? And what happens to this man? He gets fired.
Worth it?
Fired.
That's fair.
So they fire the gay Indian guy. It's like, well, that seems okay. But in general, I just thought, it's just, I'm so over it, dude. Every commercial, every show, every movie. Woman in power role, race swap, men are stupid. Over it. I didn't know who that was until now. Yeah. Well, maybe you relate to the man. I wouldn't have known either. But Devil Wears Prada 2 is in the movie theaters now. So anyways, I thought that was interesting. That commercial. But yeah, I would suggest go see Project Hail Mary if you got the time, dude, in theaters. It was a long movie, but worth it. Power suit's sick, by the way. Yeah, the power suit was sick. Women in power suits. And it's weird, man. I grew up with women in power roles in my life. Most of the jobs I ever had, my manager was a woman. And women in power roles don't necessarily bother me. It's the unrealistic aspect in which they're portrayed in media, like the badass. And also, there was a commercial where I wish I could find it. It was a shoot, dude. It's a Boss Babe. It's a Boss Babe commercial where this girl goes back to college, and I think there's a big lie being sold to women. Like, I think women can be in power roles. They can have a high paying job. But there's this idea that they don't lose anything from it. You know what I mean? Like, it's only gaining things. And I think that's just a lie. Like, you know, the sacrifice that men would make or do make when they were the primary income or breadwinner, there was a sacrifice in that. Less time with their children. You know what I mean? Not being around their kids as much, which is, you know, I think it's not good to be away from your children from prolonged periods of time, because then they don't get to model your behavior. They don't get to see who you are and learn about you. And when eventually they're teenagers and old enough, then they don't want to be with you, right? Because they're teenagers, and then they go to college, and then they have nothing to do with you after that. So, you know, there's a huge sacrifice of women just think they're going to have a job. Like, I think that was the lie that was sold to the boomers. Like, you can have it all. You can have a career, have a house, have a family. It doesn't, you know, and both the people could be breadwinners in the boomer's life, the man and the woman. And they could have a kid. And they could have the kid, but they'll send the kid to daycare. Send the kid to preschool. Drop the kid off at the public school. And there's no idea of what's lost in all of that. You know what I mean? And I think there's a lot lost in the world we live in, where, you know, most children being raised in America, they're being raised by other people than their parents. And that's, you know, they're being raised by the teacher, being raised by a nanny, being raised by a preschool, being raised in a daycare. And I think it's unfortunate. I think it's intentional too, the separation of family. But like from the perspective of feminism, it's like just winning. These girls are just winning all the time, and life's amazing. They can do all these things, and they don't. You know what? They don't even need kids. They don't even need the most fulfilling part of being a human, having offspring. So, anyways, I had to get that off my chest. What's up, Buddy Boo? Chad Rain. What inspired this stream? Free time. I was bored. Had some free time, dude. After this, I'm going to go do dishes. That's the other thing. Like, why are my streams interesting, dude? I do dishes, take out the trash, and I fold laundry most of the day. I read children's books, dude. Play knights. Your knight's dead. But just being bored inspired this stream. I do one stream a week now. That's kind of what I settled on. But thanks for asking. What's up, Nizzle Grizzle? What's up? Is this the Provo from Jim Bob's chat and stuff? It is. It is the Provo from Jim Bob's chat. Thanks for recognizing me. Or I don't know how you found me. Must have been Jim Bob. Thank you for stopping by. Nizzle Grizzle 8823. At least they wrote her in a way that makes her easy to hate. Yeah. Have you read Project Hail Mary? Nice. I would love to be supportive. I appreciate that. Well, you just being here in chat is supportive enough. We don't do super chats here. You don't even have to like the stream. It's not even a stream where you have to like it. You don't even have to chat, really. You could just be here. What's up, Poltergeist? Do you own a screwdriver? I own a screwdriver, flathead Phillips. I own a power drill. I own a saw. I have a lawnmower. I have a weed trimmer. And I do mow my lawn. I do use the weed trimmer. What else do I own? I have 2 toolboxes. I have 2 toolboxes and 3 hammers. I also have a rubber mallet. Any other questions, Poultrygeist? Your voice sounds a bit like Anthony Westgate. Anthony Westgate. Oh, I know Anthony Westgate. He's an Orthodox streamer. I like him. He's quality. Come on, Daywalker. I read the book once. I saw the trailer because I wanted to be able to compare the differences. I like that. $20 huge super chat. I lied. We do super chats. We do fake ones. Bam. Nice $20 super chat there. I didn't catch the beginning of the stream, Provo. Did you watch Jim Bob's debate with the Mormon Shadversity? I watched a part of it. I did. I thought that the Australian guy, I thought he was interesting. I just, like with Mormons, like I think Jim Bob, he debates on he gets into the Christian trigonometry debate where it's for me, it's complicated. I don't even pretend to know half the time what the hell they're talking about. Spirit, essence, the Trinity, I don't even know. I listen. I'm like, okay, I kind of understand. For me, like the problem with the Book of Mormon in a lot of ways is just the timeline of events, right? So you look at historically, you open the Book of Mormon and you go to it's in the front pages and it'll tell you when Jesus came to America, right? So it'll tell you. I think it's around the time of his resurrection or somewhere around there, if I can recall correctly. I can look it up. When did the Book of Mormon Jesus come to America? According to the Book of Mormon, Jesus Christ visited America shortly after his crucifixion and resurrection, specifically 34 AD. Okay, so right there, that's for me. When I started questioning the Book of Mormon, it started there, 34 AD. So then the question is, what was happening in America in 34 AD? Well, in the Book of Mormon, it says there's all these tribes, right? Nephites, Lamanites, whatever, right? I don't even know all the tribes. So they got all these tribes. They're in America, but we know almost all the tribes, not all of them, but quite a few of them that were in America. I thought Marilyn was banned from all these chats. I didn't ban her because I'm not an Orthodox. I'm an inquirer is what they would call it, but this isn't I usually don't talk about religion or things like that. And it's a free chat. This is free. You guys could, unless people are being rude to each other, I really don't care who chats. Or if you're being rude to me, you get banned. But so anyways, I had to ban someone earlier. I blocked them. Where's this? Hold on. So, transition. Enhance. So according to the Book of Mormon, 34 AD, right? And in the Book of Mormon, there's specific texts. And this would have been, I think, a good thing for Jim Bob to ask. Who am I? Who am I over here? Axe. He's going to ask a question. Shadiversity, because Shadiversity's got all these swords and cool stuff like that. So he's obviously he's aware of historical knowledge. Shadiversity knows history. He knows about that. And in the Book of Mormon, it talks about how the Native Americans in America were doing metallurgy. They had some form of metal weapons, all right? But guess what? We don't find that in America. We don't find swords. We don't find spears with metal tips. We find arrowheads, right? So, I would have liked if Jim Bob would have just asked him, historically, how can you be confident in the story of the Book of Mormon when there is no archaeological evidence? Zero, right? There's none of it. And why can't we find it? And they even have the Hill of Cumorah, right? So I don't know how to spell it. Hill of Cumorah. And guess where that is? It's in New York. It's in New York. So if you're the Mormons, and there was a big battle. There was a big battle on the Hill of Cumorah. Does it tell you about it? Geographic debate. While the church does not officially take a position on the specific geographic locations of the Book of Mormon events, it emphasizes the New York site as the location where Joseph Smith received the plates. Okay. So that's where Joseph received the plates. But I think there was a battle there, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. Battle, Hill of Cumorah. According to Mormon 6, the Nephite nation was destroyed in a final battle near a hill called Cumorah. So anyways, long story short, if there was this final battle, if the hill of Cumorah is in New York, guess what you're going to find, dude? So much archaeological evidence, right? But they don't dig it up because it's not there. It doesn't exist. If it did exist, they'd dig it up and they'd be like, look at all these swords, look at all these battle archaeological evidence we found. They don't do that shit because it didn't happen there. And why don't they try to dig up the plates, take a metal detector and see if those plates really did go back up to God? The Jaredites, they face total destruction. So apparently there's some hill, if it's not in New York, it's in America, where you could dig up, I guess, a trove of Mormon evidence, but no one's ever found it. So I think, if you're going to debate a Mormon, I think sometimes they just got to answer to just the simple questions. Where's all this stuff? This is 34 AD. And why aren't other Native American tribes talking about these tribes? Why isn't there, lore? Why isn't there Native American lore about Jesus Christ in America? Why aren't the Shoshone? Why aren't the Utes? Why aren't name some Native American tribes? There's so many of them. Why aren't they here talking about Jesus coming across the Atlantic Ocean, spreading the gospel? But I'm not a debater. I wouldn't debate a Mormon on any of this stuff. I just let them believe what the hell they want. But it is silly. I wonder what Shadiversity would say to that. Like, where's all the weapons? Where's all the archaeological evidence of these big battles? And where's all their buildings? The Mormons, funny enough, Mormon art, temples, South America. Let's see. They're not going to show those paintings. So some of these Mormon paintings, they show that Jesus actually came to the Mayans. That's where Jesus came. Jesus, that's not right. So this is like a recreation. So, they're like, well, Jesus actually, he was in South America. He was talking to the Aztecs. And you see the Aztec temple behind there. So that's who he's talking to. He's talking to the South Americans. That's why we can't find the stuff. Because it's all buried in the forests and jungles. But if we could dig it up, it'd be right there. Of course. Did Jesus walk across the Atlantic? Just wondering. Basically, he might have teleported. I really don't know the specifics on his travel. He could have, I think he could have just walked across the water. Or flown. Maybe Jesus flew to South America or North America or wherever the hell. But I think this is one of the big, for me, the questions when it comes to the Book of Mormon. If you're going to if they found the stuff they say was in the Book of Mormon, I'd be like, oh shit, I totally believe this. This is crazy. Look at all this. They found dang old Moroni plates. They got dang old spears and stuff. Look at this battle. What kind of battle was here? And they find like little engravings. Maybe they find a little engraving of someone like drew a little picture of Jesus. Maybe they etched it into something. Like, damn, dude, he really was here. I'm gonna be a Mormon forever. But they don't find that stuff, dude. They never find it. So that's, I don't know. That's like, you could debate them spiritually, but like just look at the evidence. Where's the evidence? It's lost in the jungle. We can't find it. We can't find it, dude. It is what it is. But thank you everybody for watching me, dude. It's been a great stream. I can't thank you guys enough. We are quite the crowd here today. Whoa, right when I end the stream, London, man, you sneaky guy, dude. Holy smokes.
Let's get this money.
Let's get this money. And a bit, dang, dude.
thank you.
And a thank you. Dude, that's super kind of you. Fucking loser. Provo banned me. Provo banned me. Damn. Thank you, London. God bless you, London. That was very kind of you. Very kind. Very kind. Does not go by me lightly, dude. You know what? Hell, you just made it a payday.
There will come a payday.
Hallelujah, what a payday.
There will come a payday someday.
Someday.
There will come a payday. Hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday someday.
Thank you for that payday. Very kind, very generous. But before I go, dude, I feel bad. Like, I'm in the stream. Like, thanks for the money. I'm out of here, dude. So kind of you. But I got to say goodbye to everybody. Salutes to London Man, Slow Boy, Whiteboard, Chad, Rager. Buddy Boo 123 says, what do good Mormon girls do at a party when the booze comes out? Put their clothes on and leave. Sounds about right, dude. Sounds about right. Shadiversity was pretty convincing. You think he was? I'll have to re-listen to that. Was Shadiversity pretty convincing? I think Shadiversity was pretty convincing in that he believed what he thought he believed. But I thought he was a good debate for Jim Bob. And shout out Steven, Icon David, of course. Thoughts on Jeremy? I think Jeremy's crushing it. He's a rising star in the Boyd sphere. I wish him the best. 300. I think that's a donation from Poultry Guys. $300 for Pat. Thank you. Soul Red Analytics. Luke in a black dress. Thank you. Marilyn, good to see you. Daniel Romano, and everybody else who stopped by. It means so much to me. You guys spend a little time with me, and I hope you all have a great week coming up. I hope you get everything you want and nothing you don't. And God bless, of course.
Understood. Nor will I be responsible for his fate.